This is an introduction of how to run your RoyalVibe software on your Android phone. Bear in mind your Android phone must have a version of 4.4 and higher. Right, once you've opened your icon, an icon would look something like that. So you would just click on the icon. Just going to go back and it looks like that. Right, so what's going to happen is we're going to click on it and you've got the registration, etc. So for the poll purposes, let's say you are registered. Or before we get to registered, there is a guest login. So if you click on guest login, you can immediately run public groupings. So if you go public groupings, you've got certain amount of treatments that you can get done without even logging in. So if you lost your password or you don't know where it is, you're not stranded, you can immediately go over to public groupings, but you cannot use personal groupings. Right, I'm just reversing back and going to the login screen. So if I click on login, I'd like to enter the name, and I would then type in my login name. For mine is Raymond, and then my password, and you would submit. So it immediately says, what would you like to do in treatments? You'll see on top it says treatments, public groupings, and personal groupings. So if I go to personal groupings and I click on personal groupings, the bottom tab, clicking on it, it will immediately take me back to saying, I'd like to know which dependent do you want to do any grouping. So we've got the groupings of Yolanda is there, Jared is there, but for the moment I'm going to choose myself, which is Raymond, and select. Now you've got the personal groupings there, and let's say I'd like to run the help with the immune system. I would click on the immune system, and once I've clicked on the immune system there, I can then use the load on top right. So once I click on load on top right, it would be able to take me to the program that I can just click on run. Now bear in mind that this phone is talking to the rest of the RoyalVibe hardware via Bluetooth, and you get it in this top right corner. So you tap on the top right corner to be able to go connect to Bluetooth, and you'll see the Bluetooth, so it's dependence, Bluetooth, internet test, etc. So it's just Bluetooth. So before I even click on that, I just want to show you that one gets to that point in any case, even if you have not clicked on it. So if I click on run, it's going to try and create a program or a connection, and you'll see there it's trying to connect, and it says Bluetooth is not on, so I'd like to return. And once I go and return, I can then go and say, let's go to Bluetooth. So now I've got the Bluetooth, and note that you've got RV and RVA. RV is when you put the unit on. That's where the phone must be in very close proximity, and we're talking about 500 millimeter and less. So you have to be very close for that. The RVA has got a 2 meter range. The RVA you're going to be using mostly when you use your Brain Vibe, and you'd like to connect both of these. So when you go click on pair, you'll be able to see what's in the vicinity. Now, as you can see at the moment, there's no the unit on, so it's not showing me RV. And when I switch my unit on, you'd see that it would come back. Now you'll see the RoyalVibe is switched on, and you can see the name showing RV. So what we'll do is we'll just click on pair, and you'll see at the bottom it says it's now connected. I return back, and the returning back is going to be here on the side, or you can use the bottom part as well, okay, which is that one there. Right, so returning, then we've got the RVA, which is the bottom part. The bottom part is then that we're going to like to say scan for devices, and we click on scanning devices. This one takes a little bit longer. It's trying to find in all areas where is a device. I'm just going to stop that because it takes a while there, and you'll see you need these ticks here. All right. If you're battling to find it for some reason, some phones are battling to find it, you can go to your Bluetooth settings and you can see it there as well. So you see the second one is RVA, and that is where you can see it. Right, so now our next point is to be able to say now we'd like to run. Click on run now, and you would then see it start running. Now that is your treatment running presently, and that's the time that it's going to be running on that specific one. Your total time is right at the bottom, and it is for all 4 of those programs. Okay, so it's running now 1 of 4, and will run all 4 prior to finishing. Okay, we'll just stop that, and we're going to return back to treatments. So let's go and we do a public treatment, and we say we would like to go to public treatment, and we'd like to identify pain, for example. So all I'm doing is I'm clicking in the search button, all right, and we go to pain. Now you'll see that the pain is automatically loaded, everything that's got to do with pain in the public treatment. So let's say it's going to be joint pain, and you've got a joint pain, and there we go, joint pain. We click on the joint pain, and once again, top right, it is the load. Loaded, and you say run. So it will take its time to connect. You'll see that it connect, and now it's busy running. I'll stop it, and that is how you run a